Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi, commonly known as Mahatma Gandhi, was an Indian lawyer, anti-colonial nationalist, and political ethicist who employed non-violent resistance to lead the successful campaign for India's independence from British rule, and later inspire movements for civil rights and freedom across the world. Mohandas Karamchand Gandhi is widely recognized as one of the 20th century's greatest political and spiritual leaders. His greatest accomplishment of Gandhi was his lifelong fight for the independence of India. His dream for his country's independence finally became reality on August 15, 1947. Born October 2, 1869, in Porbandar, India. Died January 30, 1948, Delhi, India. In doing something, do it with love or never do it at all. Always aim at complete harmony of thought and word and deed. Always aim at purifying your thoughts and everything will be well. I believe in the fundamental truth of all great religions of the world. My imperfections and failures are as much a blessing from God as my successes and my talents, and I lay them both at His feet. Power is of two kinds. One is obtained by the fear of punishment and the other by acts of love. Power based on love is 1,000 times more effective and permanent than the one derived from fear of punishment. I believe in equality for everyone, except reporters and photographers. Each one has to find his peace from within. And peace to be real must be unaffected by outside circumstances. Our ability to reach unity and diversity will be the beauty and the test of our civilization. There are many causes I would die for. There is not a single cause I would kill for. I want freedom for the full expression of my personality. It is wrong and immoral to seek to escape the consequences of one's acts. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. If we are to reach real peace in the world, we shall have to begin with the children. Prayer is not an old woman's idle amusement. Properly understood and applied, it is the most potent instrument of action. The world has enough for everyone's need, but not enough for everyone's greed. It is easier to build a boy than to mend a man. Live simply so that others may simply live. Non-violence is a weapon of the strong. The greatness of humanity is not in being human, but in being humane. Fearlessness is the first requisite of spirituality. Cowards can never be moral. 1,000 candles can be lighted from the flame of one candle, and the life of the candle will not be shortened. Happiness can be spread without diminishing that of yourself. The difference between what we do and what we are capable of doing would suffice to solve most of the world's problems. There is no such thing as too insane unless others turn up dead due to your actions. Whatever you do will be insignificant, but it is very important that you do it. There are people in the world so hungry that God cannot appear to them except in the form of bread. It is unwise to be too sure of one's own wisdom. It is healthy to be reminded that the strongest might weaken and the wisest might err. To believe in something, and not to live, is dishonest. What difference does it make to the dead, the orphans and the homeless, whether the med destruction is wrought under the name of totalitarianism or in the holy name of liberty or democracy? Earth provides enough to satisfy every man's needs, but not every man's greed. Each night, when I go to sleep, I die. And the next morning, when I wake up, I am reborn. To give pleasure to a single heart by a single act are better than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. The greatness of a nation and its moral progress can be judged by the way its animals are treated. The future depends on what you do today. The best way to find yourself is to lose yourself in the service of others. Hate the sin. Love the sinner. God has no religion. You must not lose faith in humanity. Humanity is like an ocean. If a few drops of the ocean are dirty, the ocean does not become dirty. I will not let anyone walk through my mind with their dirty feet. Nobody can hurt me without my permission. Freedom is not worth having if it does not include the freedom to make mistakes. Where there is love, there is life. Prayer is not asking. It is a longing of the soul. It is daily admission of one's weakness. It is better in prayer to have a heart without words than words without a heart. An eye for an eye will only make the whole world blind. The weak can never forgive. Forgiveness is the attribute of the strong. Happiness is when what you think, what you say, and what you do are in harmony. When I despair, I remember that all through history the way of truth and love have always won. There have been tyrants and murderers, and for a time, they can seem invincible, but in the end, they always fall. Think of it always. The day the power of love overrules the love of power, the world will know peace. Truth never damages a cause that is just. Strength does not come from physical capacity. It comes from an indomitable will. It is easy enough to be friendly to one's friends. But to befriend the one who regards himself as your enemy is the quintessence of true religion. The other is mere business. Action expresses priorities. You don't know who is important to you until you actually lose them. You can chain me, you can torture me, you can even destroy this body, but you will never imprison my mind. If I had no sense of humor, I would long ago have committed suicide. You may never know what results come of your actions, but if you do nothing, there will be no results. Love is the strongest force the world possesses, and yet it is the humblest imaginable. The simplest acts of kindness are by far more powerful than 1,000 heads bowing in prayer. Silence becomes cowardice when occasion demands speaking out the whole truth and acting accordingly. They cannot take away our self-respect if we do not give it to them. Speak only if it improves upon the silence. In a gentle way, you can shake the world. There is no school equal to a decent home and no teacher equal to a virtuous parent.